Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, I want to go check something out today. It has been an unusually warm summer this year in Texas. Even the people who lived here all their life are talking about this. You know, usually we get warm summers, it's in the mid-90s or so, but it's kind of tempered a little bit by periodic rainstorms, and we haven't gotten like any rain, almost zero rain this whole summer. And apparently the heat has been taking its toll on Lake Waco. Apparently the water level is 6 feet below normal level. So I want to run out to the lake today and see that for myself, because that's going to be pretty amazing. All right, so here we are down at Lake Waco, and yeah, wow, the water level really is low. I think normally it's up to about here, or at least to these rocks down here. This is amazing. I've never seen any of this stuff out here before. So this has always been underwater. And it's that way all the way around. Look at that. You can see kind of the dead area there along the shore. It's funny, when I was driving up to the place, they say there's a boat dock here, and they say, you know, caution because the water level can vary. I don't think they're talking about this. Kind of casually moving down here very gingerly because it's very unsteady. Yeah, see, that one moves. So yeah, like I said, you know, this is probably the water level here. This is all put here to keep, you know, to prevent erosion from the shore. So the water level is usually up to there and probably even higher at certain times. But, you know, check that out. You don't usually see these big, long concrete pillar things. Like I said, that's all about preventing erosion out here, but they're all submerged right now, or they're all pulled out of the water now. They're all out of the water. That's insane. And it's obvious that it's gone down a little bit just in last few days, just because I stepped on there and it was all muddy and I began sinking in the dirt, because it's still muddy just below the surface. For the record, over the weekend it was 107 here, and I don't think it's been over 100 for at least a month now. So yeah, that's what's happening now. Wildflowers seem to be doing all right. Little butterfly action there for you. And I've moved a little bit away from the shore now, and based on the sand that's up here, it's not uncommon, I'm guessing, that the water sometimes gets up to this level. And that's a good, easily 20 feet above the level of the water now. That is insane. But I guess it doesn't totally surprise me, considering I lose an inch to an inch and a half of water in my pool every week during the summer. You know, somebody would say, oh, we got a leak or something. Well, it's funny, it doesn't leak in the winter. When I got the cover on the pool, I don't ever have to top it off then. So yeah, no, it's evaporation. And this is a big lake. So a lot of water evaporating. I want to go to a couple other places and check them out too. Yeah, if there's anything at all that perfectly describes what's going on here, it's this. Now this thing's been dilapidated and they haven't let people on it for a while because I guess they got to repair it. But look at how far above the water level it is. And the water used to go all the way into there. Now he's got grass in there. Let's take a quick trip over to Lakeshore Park. All right, this is Lakeshore Park. Used to be called Woodway Park. And I've been here a bunch of times because there's like a bunch of great trails going around in here. But we're here to look for something a little different today. Once again, this is a lake over here. You can see how far back the water is retreated. And we're going to get down there real close and take a look at this. Or at least as close as we can. See, I think this is largely like a wetland in here. And then you can see how far the water is retreated over there. Trying to find a good way to get across to that. Okay, let's just put things into perspective here. Go up here. This is where the water level is at times. And remember how I've told you about that layer of limestone that's beneath Waco? There is a perfect example of that right there. Water's come up here, it's eroded away, and you can see that limestone. That's what I have to cut through every time I want to dig in my backyard. It's this stuff. But anyway, look at how far down it is to the water. Now that isn't like an ancient lake shore either, because about 30, 40 years ago they put that dam that I've walked on a couple times in, and that rose the level of the lake by, I don't know, 20, 30 feet, I think. So that gives you an idea, so when it's at this level here, this is, kind of high tide. So when it's going up to there, but it doesn't look like it's terribly uncommon that it gets up to this level. So I think maybe in particularly wet seasons we get that. Look at how green and lush it is out here. Turns out there's like a little creek that kind of comes down the canyon here and eventually exits into the lake out here. And this is sort of the path of that little stream. So, obviously it's going to be a little bit more green down there. And if you remember that time, about a year ago when I came hiking out here and tried to cross the stream and it was all muddy and it went up to my knees in the mud. Yeah, that was out here. Yeah, we're getting down here close. You can see though that the water level's been up to here because it's eroded away part of this road. It looks like the road's going to dead end here, so we may have to do a little cross-country action here if we're going to get down to the lake. I'm going to go cross country here, but I want to find an area where it's kind of as narrow as possible because I don't want to run into any snakes that might be out here. Honestly, I don't think there are probably a whole lot of them out here, but why risk it, right? I think this is a nice area I can get through right here and kind of at least see what's on the ground. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. But this was clearly all underwater because all these plants have just started popping up recently. You see, the further you get away from the shore, the larger the plants are. So the water has been slowly retreating probably for the last month. We're getting to the point now where it's a little muddy here too. The ground is caving in a little bit as I walk on it. But yeah, this is as far as I'm going to go here. This is clearly was all underwater. Remember I told you many years ago that they put the dam in the other end of the lake and raised the water level. Well, it turns out these trees were all kind of growing here when the water level was low, and basically when the waters came in, they all just kind of died out, and they've just been these stumps that you see out in the middle of the lake for the last 40 or 50 years. But last time I was here, these things were underwater. All along the lake there, you can see all the way as far as we go. All these little seedlings coming in now because it's becoming habitable for the first time in who knows how long. That is insane. This was all underwater just a month ago. That's the bridge of the Highway 6 that goes over the lake. Actually, you look at the pillars, you can see how far down the water level is. I don't know if I can get close enough you can see it or not. We'll see. Yeah, so you can kind of see the high water mark on there. Water level's really low right now. So I think I'm going to kind of retreat back to the car because, as I said, it's about 103 out here, and I've only been out here for a few minutes. I'm already sweating like a pig, but I had to come down and see this because I've heard about this, and it's true. The water level is very, very low right now. So hopefully we have a wet winter and we'll be able to recharge that. But anyway, I think that is all that I have for today. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night. Here we come, walking down the street. We get the funniest look from everyone we meet. Hey, hey, we're the turtles. Wait, that's not right.